Ooh, look at these dumplings. Look at them. If you know anything about rotten tongue, there be a cook rundown, you know. This is home. Look at that beauty. Look at it. Colors popping. Sauce is there. Glossiness is there. And everything. Look at the color. Look at the color. On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'll be sharing with you how to make some flavored white rice. And today I'll be using some good old homemade chicken stock as a liquid. Now for this split dish, I have here 2 cups, just regular white rice, washed and properly drained. And you can see we don't want to have any water dripping. You know, we're just gonna be dealing with the chicken stock as a liquid. So you would need about 3 cups or 3 1/4 cups of chicken stock, and I have basically that there or a little bit more. You're gonna need half a stick of, or a little less than half a stick of margarine or butter. You're gonna need a few sprigs of fresh green thyme. You're gonna need maybe a half of a medium onion or a small one. You're gonna need 3 cloves of garlic, and hence here I have started chopping the garlic. So you can do your chopping on your board. I'm going to be chopping my garlic finely off, freestyle chopping. You see that? Freestyle cutting. This is how I'm going to be doing my garlic, and I also will be doing my onions this way too. You know, I told you that I was brought up in the late 60s coming up, so I am familiar with freehand cutting, and therefore I'll catch you in the next clip. My butter, I'll be melting my butter. I'm using like a very small burner on my stove, so you know this is gonna take some time to really melt through. This is margarine though, but if you want to use your butter, use your butter. You can use some olive oil, but I want to get the flavor of the margarine, so I'm gonna leave that to get melted. I did use only half of my onions though. If you have a small chopper, you want to go chopping, you can go chopping. So I've got that there, and I'm gonna leave it to melt. So even though this is a small tutorial, not a lot of exercise in it, there are a few precautions that you want to take. You want to melt your margarine or your butter on medium heat or medium to low, and you also want to saute this garlic and this chopped onions off on the medium. You don't want to get them burned, because you know what is going to happen or what can happen. So right here I'm sauteing off my chopped garlic and my chopped onions in this little margarine. I'm going to do that a pretty good minute. Right here I can infuse it now with my thyme, my fresh thyme. You could use rosemary, but if you're using rosemary, you don't want to go too crazy. Rosemary has a stronger flavor than thyme. Now you want to get, you see that? You want to do it real slow, and at this point you want to be adding your washed rice. If you're using more than 2 cups, you know you'd have to up everything more, and that would be on you to get your little thing going, to know if you're doing more than the 2 cups of rice. And this 2 cups of rice is just like those rice cooker cups. That's what I use. So right here, and I think I have one that I did similar, but I think I used the Maggi soup it up. So you want to be coating up your rice right now, you know, real slow. You know, I like to tell you, or I share with you how you do things slow. You see what is happening? So we are on almost to low right there, and you see this margarine, it smells so good in that. This garlic, this, no, don't put no ginger, this garlic and this onions, and look at that. So you coat up your rice, all washed with no water dripping, let it dry properly. So you coat your little rice up in this nice liquid. Now that you have coated your rice, you want to get your flame up a little bit. Okay, now this is the time for your stock. Get your flame up a little, room temperature stock, and you want to be throwing. Okay, you throw a little and you give it another little coat. Remember, bear in mind that this stock is sodium free. It is homemade. I did it at home. And if you're using store-bought, you need to make sure you remember not to add salt or a little bit of salt, or better yet, just don't add any salt. I'm going to be throwing. So you see I left about a quarter cup. Okay, so this is it. One thing I want you not to forget, half of a medium or small green lime juice in there. Do not use vinegar to substitute this. No salt was added to my chicken stock, so now I'm gonna add a little salt, and this would be to your liking. Okay, add your salt to your liking. You can add your other little condiments. You want to give it a gentle stir. Let everything, those onions, those margarine, the sprigs of thyme, that lime juice, and most of all that homemade chicken stock, make sure everything is properly gelled in, stirred in together. Now that that has happened, you want to make sure you taste for your salt intake. If you're a person that likes a lot of salt and it wants extra salt, you can add it. Now what we're going to do, I'm just going to turn my flame. No, I'm going to put on my lid, and then I'm going to leave it there for another 15 to 20 minutes on this medium, and we're going to steam our rice as regular. I'll catch you in the next clip. Okay, now, so this is my finished rice. Let me turn my flame off, and you know, the thyme would just originally spring to, or just surface to the top. So you want to remove your thyme, and you can eat your thyme too. You know, you can just probably would put just thyme leaves, and you could have it. You know, go eat the sprigs. So this is it. My rice is finished. I'm using a metal fork, but I'm taking my time. Look at that. Look at that glossiness. Look at that slight. Let me get it near to the camera. This is what we have. I'm picking it up. You cook it more shelly if you want it. You want to make it softer, you do it. Do you? What can I have this with? You have this with regular food, as you would with your curry, your stewed peas, your chicken and gravy, fried chicken. Do what you want to do with it. It's just the flavor that has changed from the just bland old white rice. So let me show it to you on the spoon. Look at it here. This is your chicken stock flavored white rice done just for you. Have it with your staple of choice. Have it with vegetables. Do what you want to do with it. Thanks for watching.